Hello and welcome to another episode of my daily movie room videos. I'm recording this on a Sunday, although it won't go up till Wednesday. I would have moved this soon in the schedule, but I've got a couple of videos that I'm just going to leave where they are. So what we'll talk about today briefly is the jobs I plan to do down here this week. So I've mentioned in other videos what I do need to do down here, but I'm off work for a week, although I'm working from home anyway, so it's not like I can't do any of this anyway, but I'm planning to try and get a few things done down here. I've had a few weeks off recently, just weeks here and there, and keep meaning to do stuff down here, and I've just done nothing. And I've got a lot I want to do. So I thought I'd try and focus on this week. There's nothing else I need to do. I might go to the cinema to see Bond, but apart from that, nothing else. By the time this video's up, I may or may not have done some of these jobs. Hopefully I've done some of them, because Thursday I won't get a chance to do anything. So my main two focus areas are to get the rest of those shelves up on that wall there. Obviously that's, as I mentioned, is a drilling job, so it takes a little bit longer to put your shelf up. But it probably won't be as too arduous, hopefully. But I've got about 8 or 9 shelves to go up, I think, on there. Also, I've got room for, but I will check. Hopefully I can try and sort some of these shelves elsewhere. Potentially I will put some more up there. Obviously things are obscured at the moment. What I have done is I've reorganised these Disney Infinity figures there. So I had some up, obviously some up there. I got some there and some around the corner that you can't really see. And I got some cobwebs to vacuum up. But I've just moved one of these plastic stands there to put them on. I'm doing it for there because you can see the height with the shelf. I can't really put anything on the top shelf, and so I'm going to leave those as there. I'll probably potentially put some elsewhere, although again I'm stuck for space there because of the radiator. Obviously I can't have it as far back as that. But I will be using these elsewhere. I mean, I did have these up anyway. I sort of changed what I was doing with them. But yeah, I mean, I've still got a lot of Disney Infinity figures to get when I can get them for a decent price, which seems a bit difficult now. I suppose the next, obviously I still need to get that bit of those 2 wide shelf things up there. Again, I might have to probably move stuff. Those ones I might have to move those 2 bits of wood to fit them in and move things. And I do want to organise these box sets. But yeah, then I can get all these DC figures off here. The DC ones there, Marvel, and Walking Dead there, and some of the rest of the DC ones. May possibly be able to get a couple more of these on Thursday. It's going to a different B&M. So possibly I might be able to get some ones I haven't got, but I've still got a few, so that'll go there. And again, I'd say the box sets, try not to obscure the shelves there, but obviously obscuring there. And I might reorganise those, because I do need to catalogue that. Need to put the phone there. I do need to catalogue those, so I know what I've got for these, and because I've done my daubs and pops. Obviously, when I get the shelves on the stairs, then I'll start moving these daubs about. I do have pops lying around as well, which I need to do something with. Also need to print some more labels off. I think I've got most of the labels on my template now, the ones I haven't printed off. I think I've got some more to add, and I'm going to need to print them off and stick them in magnets, and then the fun job of reorganising them. Because, for instance, if I've got, say, for instance, another, say, for instance, I've got Captain Marvel pops on the shelves already, I'm going to have to find them and put them all together. And obviously that's not a really good example because I've got them all there, but, you know, for things like the Marvel 80 Years ones, just trying to keep them all together. So I climb over here. And I suppose the next big job, I've got to see the bag, 2 black bags there full of these white bags I've got to reuse. Although I'll probably end up having some more to go in there, because I've been moving things that was in zip cover releases into the plastic boxes, and I'll be moving the premium collection and imprint ones over, so that'll free up some more bags. So I'm more likely to be using the smaller ones, which I've got a load of in there. But yeah, the next big thing is the steelbooks. So obviously, as I mentioned, with putting these all into steelbook protectors, completely disorganised, and originally was by Studio and then alphabetical order, which was fine, but as I said before, I was running out of space in certain sections, and it just made it so awkward to file stuff away on the shelves. So what I've decided to do is put them all in alphabetical order. Well, not necessarily alphabetical order, but have all the A's on one shelf, and the B's on the shelf, and C's and D's. Some letters probably will be able to go with the ones on the shelf, because might not need a whole shelf for a letter, and some letters may need more space. May still end up. See, I've got things like the Jurassic Park here. So these are Lost World. One's a Blu-ray and one's a 4K. I think that's the Blu-ray one, and I think that's the 4K one underneath. So I may potentially, not necessarily on like a franchise shelf, but say on the like the M shelf, put all the Mission Impossible films together. Although things like that make it a bit more difficult, because it's called the Lost World Jurassic Park, so it would go under L, but although it's Jurassic Park. Things like Fast and Furious, I find that you've got Hobbs and Shaw. So it does make things a bit difficult. So might end up just keeping the franchise ones separate. And things like these releases, the Destination Series ones, obviously Mondo, Master Cinema, the Sony Pop Art series, the DC animated movies, and the DC live action, and those ones, keep those separate as they are. And TV shows, but probably just mix things up. Just makes things easier then to put on the shelf. Then I can just say, I've got watch. Think of one I've not seen. Say Soul, for instance. I've got the steelbook of that. When I watch it, I can just put it on this shelf. I don't have to go right back to the beginning of the S's and move stuff around. Obviously, it's going to be a bit confusing when I've got all different like Resident Evil films all mixed around. And sometimes having the same studio releases together do look better because it's got some uniform design, but again, it doesn't really matter as long as I know what stuff is. What I probably might do, and again, I have to check what, from which things I've watched and haven't watched, especially when I got a 4K release, I've watched the 4K version, is to keep the ones I've watched together at the beginning of the row, and then ones I haven't seen at the end, and it just makes things easier. And then probably take stuff off, watch it, and then sort it in the space. Again, not decided on that 100%. I used to do that anyway, keep stuff I watch separate. Before I'd probably catalogue stuff, I'd say I had the first 10 items on the shelf. I know I've watched, and the rest I haven't. Which was fine. Obviously, when I move stuff around, because I hadn't made a note of what I've watched, when I move stuff down here, I lost track of what things I'd seen, like certain TV shows or stand-up DVDs or music DVDs, which is part of the reason why I'm watching these music DVDs again. But yeah, so hopefully I'll clear all that floor off. May have to move on to there some space, because I might not have enough room here, and I've still got a lot of steelbooks players which I need to watch. And I've put the Paramount ones there, but I'll move those, and the Arrow ones I might move back, which I've got over there. Probably can sort of turn on the Arrow shelves, move them back over here somewhere. But yeah, there's the 3 main jobs then: the shelves on the stairs, organising the steelbooks, and getting the DC, Marvel, Walking Dead, Eagle, Moss figures on the display stands. Possibly, if I have time, I'll be probably reorganise those. I mean, once those figures are all cleared off onto shelves and stands, then I've got a bit more room to work with. At the moment, it's a bit awkward because things are blocked off. Ideally, I want all my pops on the shelves. As I say, it's handy having them on the shelves, but if I get a pop for one for like a series thing I've already got, it's in case I'm having to find them and move them all together. So, but not often I've been buying pups recently because they're not been too cheap. There used to be quite a lot of cheap ones on Amazon, but there's not been too many for a while. And it's not like I'm moving loads around all the time anyway. But yeah, that's my plan. So I'll say this video will be up on Wednesday. So I'll say I may or may not have done some of those. And I'll probably do an update when I've done some of this. So hopefully next week sometime I'll do an update on what I've done. But obviously all being well, I'll do stuff. It's just motivation really, and it's all what's the easiest job to do first. Because I know for the reorganising sale books, I'm going to have to take everything off and do what I started doing there, put in A pile, B pile, C pile. So yeah, that's a bit of work to do. But once it's all done, then it'll be easy to just put stuff on the shelves. But right, that's it for today's video. I just wanted to go over those things. I do have some pickup videos I need to do, although I've got so many videos planned, it's trying to fit them in. I've got another figures pickup video probably be up tomorrow, and I got some other ones. So maybe that the pickup video for the Blu-rays and DVDs, 4Ks for this week, Monday just gone, might not be up till much later in the week. But we'll see. I might possibly do a bonus episode just to slot that in somewhere. I'll see where I am on my schedule. But yeah, that's it for today's episode. Thanks for watching.